What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Ad Podcast. We've got a great guest for you here at NAMM today. We've got Cliff Kim, who is the president of the Fender Foundation and Fender Play U, which is basically looking to democratize music education for everybody. So thanks for coming on, man.
Nailed it.
You like that?
Boom.
Yeah,
it was like right on the money. I was like, I didn't even tell you that in the pre-show.
Let's go.
Really good.
So, Cliff, I know I gave a little bit of a Cliff Notes, but tell us a little bit about what you do for Fender. What is Play U, and tell us about what the work is that you do at the foundation.
Yeah, so Fender Play is a digital online learning platform where you can get bite-sized lessons to learn how to play guitar, bass, ukulele. So we built that in 2016. We brought it all the way to 2026. We just launched it on Samsung TV.
Oh, let's go. So kind of like on a fast channel type situation?
So one of the things that we've learned over the course of time is that we built it on an app, on a phone.
Yeah.
And then you built it on tablet, and then you built it on, a website, a desktop. Mm-hmm. And we found that people that learn on the phone will churn more often than someone that learns on the tablet than someone that learns on the laptop. So we're like,
so it's like the
bigger the screen, the better it's going to be.
That's
and
cool.
So, it makes sense, right? Because when you're trying to learn guitar, you want to look at the hand position where it is. And then when you look at a phone, you gotta spread and zoom in all the way to get to it. So we're trying it out. We're going to see how it goes. We're really happy with the partnership with Samsung. They've been really great. We did it at CES just about 3 weeks ago, and we're doing it at NAMM today.
That's amazing. Well, we were out at CES too. Sorry we didn't get a connect out there, but hey, better late than never.
Better late than never.
So, so with Samsung, I'm familiar with the VOD apps that are in the platform. I'm familiar with the fast channels, but what's the user experience like on Samsung? Like, how do you navigate it? Do you navigate it through your phone? Do you navigate it through the remote? Tell me a little bit about.
You're going to be able to navigate it through through the remote. Sorry,
okay, perfect.
The remote. You'll be able to sign up with your phone on the TV, but it's going to be featured in the Daily Plus section, which is like their version of like App Store features.
Yep.
So which is going to be really nice. But yeah, it's going to be available. It's the same play that you love with a couple exclusive features such as jam mode, where you turn your TV into a stage.
Oh, that's
play
pretty
against
cool.
a psychedelic background, and you have a backing track, and you can play against it. So it makes it a little bit more fun and different than what you're seeing on the phone.
I love it. So I imagine that's probably the hardest group of consumers to target are non-musicians, right? So how do you get people who always have it in the back of their head like, oh man, I'd love to, guitar looks awesome, it looks so much fun, but gosh, it's so much work. How do you go from getting that broader consumer that maybe has some general interest in the idea of playing music, but how do you get them to take that first step and start to engage with it?
Oh, you're really speaking to me right now, because it's like top of funnel stuff that we're talking about. So we did a research study, and we found that there were 2 million, brand new beginners that were just entering the market, people that are excited. But there's also a lapsed user base. So what you see is if you look at it like a line graph, right? And I'll do it for the people on the camera. The desire to learn guitar goes up, 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 up. Once you hit 32, it goes down, 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 and then it comes back around 55.
Oh, that's interesting. So there's like an and I imagine that's like peak career in kids.
Bingo! Got it, right? So when you're in college, when you're a young adult, you're still learning.
Yep.
But when you give it up, and then you come back to it because it's a goal that you've always wanted to do.
Yep.
I think the challenge that we're facing isn't the interest in learning guitar, it's the getting people to stay.
Yeah.
So we have a
90%
abandonment rate in people that learn guitar from our research.
Wow.
But what we're finding so the other part of my job is I'm trying to make music education free for all kids K through 12.
Oh, that's
because
amazing.
I want to give every kid a chance, at least their choice, to either learn or not. Yeah. But one of the things we're finding about this new generation is that the art of progress is lost. So everyone is looking for the end result.
Yeah,
right?
They have no attention
the
span.
how-to.
They want the 5-minute TikTok version, and they just don't have the discipline that it takes to, like, put in the long-term effort.
They don't see the joy of the steps, right? It's always the end, right? Like, I want to monetize this. Like, I want to turn this into something, right? If it's not, if it doesn't become my road to becoming a millionaire, was it even worth it? Or famous, was it even worth it, right? It's the art of progress for yourself that is kind of getting lost, even beyond just the attention span. It's just like the core principles of like why I'm doing something that's kind of changing.
I interview a lot of creatives on the show, creative directors of ad agencies, creative directors of brands, and many of them talk about music and playing instruments specifically as a way that they unlock creativity, and they spend time not necessarily thinking about a project, but just leaving white space to be creative. Have you guys been able to tap into that as kind of an insight? Have you done much research around creativity and playing music and how that might help people in their jobs that have to flex creative muscles?
Yeah, we did a study with USC to talk about the effects of what music does to these students. And when you have a music program in their life, it improves graduation rates, improves attendance rates, improves math scores, right? And so it's
crazy.
Kind of universal in the amount of things that it's doing. We also have partnered with a juvenile detention facility in Arizona called Maricopa, and we've seen that program really take off because what music does is it really heals people.
Yeah,
and
totally.
what learning does is it changes people.
Yep.
And so having those two things kind of come together, music education, why it's so important is that's so powerful. And when we did a songwriting class in the OC area recently, kids that came together, never played an instrument, never wrote a song, never met. People were forming bands. People were learning how to play bass. People were learning how to do things. And I interviewed them after, and I said, what does music mean to you? What does writing music mean to you? All these things. They would say, this is the money part. They said, I've never felt more like myself than when I'm playing music.
Wow.
I've never felt more free than when I'm playing music, right?
So good.
And it's that part that you gain once you're in it, once you're doing it, right? That people don't see from the outside. When you're seeing it, looking at it from the outside, you're thinking, how am I going to monetize this? It's going to be so hard. My fingers are going to hurt. You look at all the negatives and the drawbacks, right? But
you look
when
at the obstacles
you don't
versus
see
the benefits, the hidden benefits.
The hidden benefits are going to be where you gain all these things that are outside of just music that really improve your life.
Yeah, that's crazy. So talk about the current state of music education. How many high school, primary school, junior highs across the country, whether it's public or private, have a music program? And what are your goals, and how do you get to that end result of 100% free music education for kids?
So, one of the first things that always gets abolished when people are cutting budgets and slashing budgets is arts.
Interesting.
Music is one of the first things that gets cut. And so that's one of the things that we're trying to address by offering it for free, right? Because my goal working at Fender is to create more players. And with more players, creates more music. More music heals more people in the world, makes things better. But one of the things that we're also finding that's interesting is because people will accept that I'm trying to give them a Fender Play and a digital learning platform for free. But what they don't have is a music teacher to help support, right? So we're lacking in music teachers as well, right?
Wow.
Because of arts budgets that are getting slashed. I just heard a story today about a very wealthy, affluent neighborhood in the Los Angeles area. Their music teacher was PTA funded.
Wow. Okay.
Not
so the
school
so
funded.
The parents
so the
funded
parents
it.
came
Wow.
and helped fund it because the school systems wouldn't do it.
That's crazy.
And that's also with Prop 28 in California being approved of $1 billion to music education. Why can't it get funneled and help support all these kids?
What is the gap between the government? If the voters voted on it, it just doesn't get down to the schools?
There's a lot of bureaucracy. There's a lot of red tape. The education system moves very slowly and understandably.
Totally.
Because they want to do right by the kids. So they every time I enter the system, they say, what is your data privacy policies, like what is your AI stance, like all the things that they're supposed to do, but all those things slow things down.
You're protecting kids, but at the same time, it's like the public-private partnership is really where innovation is happening,
tough.
right?
It's tough.
Yeah.
And so figuring out how to move things forward. It's a challenge that we're trying to address.
Do you guys have opportunities to partner with other brands? I worked on the Adobe business at my last agency for 9 years, and they have a pretty robust students program, and even targeting high school students because they kind of think the same way. If you can get kids thinking about creativity, design, making films, music earlier on and learning it through software, it becomes more practical, and they actually see it as like a job that they could study in college, etc.
I think one of the most beautiful things about the music industry, for anyone that's never worked in the music industry, is we're all supportive of that vision. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to make more players. All the companies I've talked to at NAMM,
instruments,
all the people
guys,
that are like CEOs, they're in it, right? Wow. We all want to make more players. We all believe in the power of music and what it can do. And so I haven't had trouble ever partnering with anybody to do something to move the mission forward, because all of our missions are kind of this Venn diagram of what we're trying to do. Because something Andy Mooney, our now exiting CEO, used to say about growth is that all tides rise together in the music industry, Yeah. And so we all support each other and help each other to promote music and make more players and make more people continue on with their dreams, because 90% of people give up. We can't let them give up on those dreams.
I love it. So I think that's probably a good place to wrap up. If you want to point the audience to learn more about the work you're doing at the foundation, or check out the platform, where would you like to send the audience to learn more?
If you want to check out the platform, go to fender.com/play,
nice.
And you can go check it out. If you want to check out more about our education stuff, fenderplayfoundation.org. You can find out all the information you need, how to get started at your own school. If you have kids and you want to get them started with this program, easy setups. You can just send it to your principal and it gets done.
Love it. Well, I have a 10-year-old drummer and a 12-year-old pianist, so I want one of them to get into guitar, so I'll have to show them myself and see what we can do.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you coming on. Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much.